And now a Mexico moment with Nate.
Happy Friday, fuckers. It is another Mexico moment with Nate and Alexis. I am Nate, and this is my wife, Alexis.
Hey, guys. How's it going?
And this is episode 8.
Wow.
Episode 8? Yeah. So it was about 2 months.
2 months.
Yeah,
nice.
Ocho. That's right. Yeah. Well, this weekend, actually, today is Cinco de Mayo, so Feliz Cinco de Mayo.
Woo, Feliz Cinco de Mayo.
Although, we do not celebrate it here.
No, Mexico does, sorry to break your hearts, but Mexico does not observe Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah, not 100%. So it is not, a lot of people think it's maybe like the Mexican Independence Day, which is actually September 16th. This is not the Mexican Independence Day. This is, I guess, Cinco de Mayo is only celebrated in Mexico, from what I understand, in the state of Puebla.
Oh.
And that's because Cinco de Mayo is to celebrate the Battle of Puebla. I think it was like in the 1860s or something.
Very nice.
And I was reading something about it. I may be wrong, but from what I remember, it was something like Benito Juarez, Mexico's first president, decided to stop paying foreign debts for some reason. I don't know. I don't know like a lot of detail about it. So then Napoleon sent in his troops. So it was like a battle between the Spanish and or the Mexicans and French, I guess.
Very interesting. Yeah. The more you know.
Yeah. So I may be completely wrong, but I mean, hey.
I'm pretty sure you're right.
Look it up.
We looked it up last year, I think, but yeah.
Yeah. So a lot of holidays going on right now.
A lot.
Yeah. Obviously today, Cinco de Mayo, like we said, and we'll still probably do something.
Our area like caters to the Americans. Do Canadians celebrate Cinco de Mayo? It's just American.
I don't know. Maybe Americans probably.
Well, they humor us around here. They know we want to go out and drink and take tequila shots and eat tacos.
But
so
it's mostly going to be like the touristy bars and stuff.
Exactly.
It's not going to be, just your average person. And I used to think that it was kind of offensive, I guess, because, not like I still took part in it, of course, but I was like, I hope we're not like pissing them off or whatever.
I have some pictures of you in some questionable attire.
Yeah, for sure. But most of the Mexicans that I've talked to aren't really offended by it. They're just like, that's weird.
They're like, we don't understand why you guys like this, but go for it. Have fun. If you're having fun, do it.
And, I kind of understand that. If you think about like if another country did did something for us, like can you imagine in some other, India, they did an fake American holiday and they all just got drunk and, ate hamburgers and hot dogs and stuff.
On the couch all day, Netflix.
I don't know if I'd be offended by that. I'd probably just think like, oh, that's a little weird. Kind of cool, I guess. But
instead of a lazy Sunday, they call it an American Day.
Yeah. Well, I do remember, I think in the mid 2000s, and maybe they still do it, but I remember reading a news story about like in the UK and some other countries in Europe, they have America parties. And it's kind of like,
interesting.
Not like an actual holiday, but they'll have like an America party. Like we have like an 80s pub crawl or whatever. And they all dress up like basically in white trash shit. And they drink like Bud Light and, things like that.
That's awesome. We do it too.
Yeah.
Cheers.
So my point is like, I'm not offended at that. I think it's kind of fun and silly, but
it's a costume.
So we will be eating some tacos and drinking some tequila today, but we don't call it Cinco de Mayo. We just call it Friday.
Yeah, happy Friday, please.
And then this past weekend on Sunday was Dia del Niños. On Sunday. Yeah, so that's Children's Day.
So cute. What a cute concept. What a cute idea.
So I guess, and I don't know if this is things in other countries, or maybe it is and it's just not a big deal, but here it is a big deal. It's basically on the same lines of Mother's Day and Father's Day.
Yeah, it's like a week.
Yeah, and that's what I guess that they started it. I thought I read that they started it here in Mexico, Children's Day, in like 1924. And it was a day to celebrate kids, and they just it's just to let kids be kids for a little bit longer and let them know that they're appreciated. Because, the kids were probably asking, well, we have a Mother's Day and a Father's Day and this, like, don't we get a day?
We want a kid's day, Day.
Yeah, so they have a day. And here in Mexico, it's really cool. They had, like, one block down from us, they had a magician. And
we've been seeing stuff everywhere.
They do some circus stuff. Like every restaurant has like some fun kids meal.
Balloons everywhere.
Yeah, or a little mask or something. And even when I was coming home the other night, I saw at Coco Bongo, they were having like on Children's Day.
Oh my God.
They were having like a kids night there. So there was all these like teenagers lined up.
I was like, is it teens or just like any age?
Yeah, I don't think they were like 10 or anything like that.
good.
But yeah, probably like 15, 16 or something maybe.
Going to the club.
Yeah.
Get some pizza and soda.
Yeah, but I like that. It's a good concept. Oh, and that was the other thing I read. It's kind of like almost like a Christmas type of thing where they'll get like the parents will get them little gifts and stuff.
Aw,
but then
that's so sweet.
there's also these organizations that it's like toy drives around the holidays.
Nice.
And they take toys on Children's Day to underprivileged children just to show them that they're appreciated.
Yeah,
They're children, even if they don't have everything, here's something to just show, like, just be a kid a little bit longer.
Oh my God. We love when we go to a restaurant or the beach or anywhere and we hear just a little Nino or Nina speaking Spanish. It's the cutest thing ever. They're the cutest little kids. Oh my God.
Yeah. And on Monday, I don't know who does this anymore. When I was growing, it was May 1st on Monday. And that to me is May Basket Day. Did you do May Basket Day?
I think we've talked about this before and I have not.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I think I asked my mom too. We did not do May Basket Day in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania or in Columbus, Ohio. I don't remember doing that either.
Yeah. And I was doing a little reading about it and I think it was like a national thing at one point.
Oh, wow.
I saw a photo of like FDR's wife doing something at the White House. And you've probably seen those May Day polls.
Yeah. I remember doing the poll with the ribbons and you go around. So maybe we did do a basket and I just don't remember.
Yeah. Well, at least in Iowa, when I was growing up, the concept of May Basket Day was I don't know if it's like the first day of spring or like to symbolize spring coming.
Yeah.
Like after school, me and my mom you get little cups. And just like, not solo cups. You remember the ones that were like, had wax on them?
Yeah, the little like Dixie cups.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We get those and you make a bunch of popcorn and you get candies and just different things. So like you'd fill it half with popcorn, then you'd throw like some M&Ms and some Skittles and stuff in there. And then you'd take a Twizzler and you put half or part of it in in the cup and then you'd hook it over so it looked like a little handle.
So cute, little basket.
Yeah, and some people would take a hole puncher and put holes in it and then do a pipe cleaner and then make little baskets. And so the concept is you did this. It was almost like Valentine's Day in school. Remember when you had to make Valentines for everyone and put them in their little boxes?
You make the little mailbox.
Yeah.
Oh, my mom and I did that all the time.
Yeah.
I remember that.
So the way May Basket Day worked was you would go and put the basket on your friend's doorstep or like stoop and ring the door. And then you'd run away.
So you like legit drove there and not just in your neighborhood. Like what if just, a friend down the street or something?
Yeah, we just did our neighborhood because how we were set up, like my neighborhood growing up is kind of isolated from everyone else. So, but we had a bunch of kids in our neighborhood and that's what we would do. But the thing is though, is you would leave it on your crush's door and ring the doorbell. And tradition says they have to chase you, or if they, hear the doorbell and come out, they chase you. And if they catch you, they can kiss you.
Oh.
So maybe the PC police shut that down
sure.
these days. Yeah.
But if you don't chase them, you just can take your basket of goodies and go back in the house?
Yeah. So like a lot of times if nobody was home, then you just, when you come home, you have baskets sitting on your front step.
Did you wait? Did you do that to like a crush? You waited till they get home and then,
I can't remember, honestly. I probably did. But, since we had kind of like a golf cart community type of thing. So we would drive our golf cart around and just drop them off at all the people's stuff. And at that time, you didn't want to get kissed as a kid.
Yeah, true.
As a little boy, you're like, get me the fuck out of here. So you were always trying to get away from that shit. Yeah, so I don't know. I really like that tradition. It doesn't seem like a lot of people do it anymore.
Yeah, I think it's a Midwest thing. Sounds like it.
Yeah, probably the ones just keeping it going.
Yeah.
And then let's see, was Dia del Trabajo. Yeah, that was Labor Day. So that was here this week sometime in Mexico.
Oh yeah.
And I can't remember what day it was. Maybe it was the 3rd?
I think so.
Yeah.
2nd or 3rd? Yeah.
But it's not like the Labor Day here where, I mean, in the US where a lot of people don't work.
It was Monday, wasn't it?
Was it Monday as well?
Yeah, it was Monday. That's why but we were like, why is everyone at the beach? Where are all these people walking to?
But I was reading a little bit about that, and it doesn't seem like a lot of people take off because Mexicans work. I mean, they fucking work their ass off. That's not really a thing to like take it off, I guess.
Yeah.
I was reading about Labor Day here, and federal law says that they're required to pay you double on Labor Day if you're working.
You're working?
So maybe that's why everybody's working. They're like, fuck it, I'll take double.
I saw a lot of people not working.
Yeah. Yeah, going to the beach.
But that's good. You got to relax sometimes.
Yeah. Speaking of going to the beach, so Saturday we went to the beach and took Tiger.
Yep.
And we met up with our neighbor Sydney and
Cheyenne.
her dog Cheyenne,
So cute.
little Chihuahua.
Little rescue
Yeah,
chihuahua.
they're
buddies.
They're buddies. Yeah, they're good friends, and we usually go to the beach together. So we went fairly early, right?
Yeah.
For a Saturday. I think we
pretty
went like 9 or 10 maybe.
Yeah, probably 10.
Yeah, maybe 10, which
be
is
serious.
kind of early
Yeah.
for the crowd that goes
It's
there.
good. Get there early, get in, get out.
Yeah. So we went pretty early, and the beach that we go to is like the locals beach, so there aren't any resorts or anything, and there's kind of a fence that stops after the beach that just goes into some kind of brush area. And along that fence, there's a couple palm trees that hang over the beach and leave some good kind of shaded area. So normally they're kind of packed. There's already people there when we get there. This time we got there, there was like nobody around.
Nobody.
So we go and we find the first little palm tree area where it's shaded, and it's great because we got the dogs and we have our tent and our chairs.
All the things.
And we're all set up.
Get some nice free shade for a long time for them.
And we're sitting there for a little while, and there's nobody on the beach. I mean, there's like 3 or 4 people. It's very, very bare.
Yeah, we're there for, a good amount of time, and we, swam a little bit, got set up. We've been there. It's our spot.
Then this family comes, and it was just
Local family.
Yeah, they had 2 kids, and
Very cool.
they come and sit right next to us, like maybe 4 feet away from us when there's the whole beach open, which
right on the other side of the palm tree. We're like, all right.
yeah. And so it was whatever. Their kids were very nice, and Tiger went up and said hi to
Really,
them.
really nice kids. That's why, let's be serious. We were worried. We're like, come on.
Yeah.
We're listening to music. We might be drinking and smoking, and it was fine.
Yeah, so it was all right. It still was a little like, all right. I mean, like, there's tons of beach here.
Tiger loved their little girls.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So a little, whatever, but we just let it slide.
Yeah.
And then another couple comes up and goes over to like right next to those people.
Yeah.
I thought they knew them because they were talking to them.
Yeah, I think they were like, back up, bro.
It seemed like they were talking to him for a minute.
For sure.
And then they came over, and right in front of us is this log, like a huge log that I guess had washed up. And I think some people use it for a bit, like just to sit on.
Yeah.
In this little kind of cove where this one tree is, where we're at. And then this other family. So it's a man and wife, I assume.
Yeah.
They go and they start walking towards us. And I'm like, oh, are they going to tell us to move? I'm like, there's no way they're telling us to move.
I thought they were like, can we join you? And they're asking like each family if they can. I'm going to be like, no, bye. I don't know you.
Yeah. And they come over. They sit right down on that fucking log right in front of us.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what is this? Down in front.
Yeah.
What
yeah.
is this a concert?
I'm trying to see the beach. I'm here for the relaxation. Now I can't see.
And then they start smoking cigarettes, which if you smoke, that's fine.
Yeah.
Just don't do it and blow it in my face when you're sitting right in front of me.
And I was like, okay, maybe they're just like on a walk and they're going to sit on the log and like, just chill for a minute, whatever. We're listening to music. Everybody's having a good time. Like, whatever. Maybe, they were a little bit older. Maybe they needed a rest. Maybe they're like, do you mind if we sit here? Whatever. Cool. Then to start like lighting up right in front of us, there's kids here. I got a dog with asthma. I don't want to smell that at the beach.
Yeah, so we're sitting here trying to enjoy the beach. We got the people sitting on the log in front of us. We can't see the ocean anymore. I'm just staring at this dude's fucking moldy ass back.
Oh,
It was
man.
disgusting.
It wasn't good. His wife was really happy though. She kept looking over and smiling. She probably was drunk.
Yeah,
She's
probably.
like, "Hee-hee."
And they just passed out.
Yeah, they did. So they get down from the log, lay their little towels down, and then just take a nap. And Tiger wanted to go over there and like lick that dude's face so bad. I swear, I kept having to pull him away. Like, no,
Yeah,
don't do
Tiger's
it.
over there like stretching his tongue out, like
Yeah.
trying to get him in the ear.
We're like, do not go over there. Don't go over there.
We probably just hear him going,
Yeah, I'm shocked they didn't wake up. I'm like, stop it, Tiger.
oh yeah. So other than that, and then after they passed out.
Yep.
So they laid down eventually so we could see over them.
Now we're just open for business. Come
Yeah.
on in, everybody.
Then somebody sits on the other side of us.
Yep.
So nobody on the beach Saturday morning, and there's 3 couples, and then and the people that sat to the other side of us
Yeah.
had like a stroller and a baby, and you and I are sitting there, and I feel our chair rocking. This baby came over, grabbed both of our chairs, and was just shaking the backs
Yeah.
of our chairs.
I'm like, oh, hello. And the baby's like, like evil baby. And I'm like, okay. And then she grabs Tiger's like cage, his little backpack case, and starts like pulling all the shit out of that. And I'm like, no, that's not yours. And she starts flipping out. And the mom just looks at me and looks at the kid and is like, let's go. Like,
whatever.
Please.
So, I mean, we both know this is a thing. The personal space is a little different here in Mexico.
Very different.
But yeah, if you want to go to the beach by yourself and be wide open, you got to go way far out because there was nobody on the beach and we were like in a crowd somehow.
Or I guess just not under the special palm tree. That's like, I know people kind of run and get there, but I've never seen like 4 or 5 families under it. I've only seen, 1 or 2. You can sit on one side or the other. It's a limited space, you know?
It was a good day. And then I went to, well, that was on Saturday. On Friday, I went, so I see this post and this marketing groups. What would you call them? Remember like in Orlando and Atlanta, they would do the certain nights at bars and stuff.
Yeah,
and
like specials or.
Yeah, but they would have these groups. It's like, oh, this blah, blah, blah group. And they put on events and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
It looks like some kind of local event group. And I saw at this rooftop bar, they're going to play the movie Friday.
Woohoo.
And, we don't go to the movies super often.
It's not too close.
Yeah, and I was like, hey, let's go watch this movie outside. Well, I think were out with your friends earlier, so...
I helped my friend Stephanie move, and then that turned into a champagne drinking party, and that's where my Friday went. So I did not make it to the movie Friday.
So you took a little nappy.
It was a good day.
And I decided...
Stephanie and her shamkas.
Yeah, what is in that, shamka?
Shamka, it's like, I don't ask her what's in it, but I'm pretty sure it's like champagne... vodka and maybe some other juice.
No, you're right. That's all it is. It's champagne and vodka.
Oh, man. That's why we got hammered.
Shamka.
Vodka.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. So you came home, took a little nappy, and I was like, fuck this shit. I want to get out of the house. I've been editing all day, so I'm like, I want to go and watch this movie. So
don't blame you.
I messaged them about it, and it was like 150 pesos to watch the movie, and it says there's gonna be 2-for-1s and all these things, and so
it's like outside, right?
Yeah, it was a rooftop bar.
Very cool.
And it started, I believe, at 7. No, 8. I think it started at 8. And so I walked down there by myself. I go up to the bar, and there's like 3 people there. But they didn't seem like they were there for the event. And I didn't even know if I was in the right spot. I'd never been to this bar before.
Am I here for the event?
Yeah. I'm here for the gangbang.
Oh, God.
Put your keys in the bowl. So I just order a beer. It was not cheap. It was like 80 pesos, which is like around $4, $4.50.
What kind of beer?
Just Dos Equis.
Oh.
Yeah, so not a great deal. Not 2-for-1s.
Not a good value.
Yeah, so I sat over in the corner like that weird guy.
Just waiting for the action.
Yeah, well, I sat there for a while because they had a big screen like over the pool, like a projector screen.
Oh, yeah.
But they were just showing like music videos. And so it's like, it's supposed to start at 8. It's 8:15. It's 8:30.
Oh, man.
It's 8:45. And I was on my second beer, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to go after this one.
Yeah.
And by the way, since I was watching Friday, on my way over, I ate a weed gummy. Because I'm like, okay, it'll just kick in while I'm there, and I'll just relax and have some beers and watch Friday. Because I ain't got shit to do. So it's about 8:45, and I'm like, all right, this ain't happening. I'm getting ready to close my tab. And I see like some girls with like big long dreads and stuff come in, and they just look high as fuck.
You recognize your people.
Yeah.
You're like, those are my people. I'm in the right place.
So they come in and they go over and they start getting shit set up. And I was like, okay, that's why. I was like, they're all smoking ahead of time. So that's why it was an hour late.
Yeah. We're in Mexico and the movie we're playing. We're going to be a little late.
And then I went back and looked at the invite. The group that made the event, I think it was called like High Vibes, spelled with a Z. Yeah. So I'm like, all right, yeah. So these are definitely pot smokers. Sure. At that point, I was kind of irritated. I waited an hour, and I didn't want to pay 150 pesos just to watch this movie. So I stayed the white guy in the corner that just happened to be at the rooftop bar above a hotel.
You were already there,
and I wasn't there for that event. So they never came over and said anything to me, and I just sat there, watched the movie, and drank my little drinks.
That's okay. You bought beers. You were there an hour, before they started. You paid your dues.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, so it was fun. It was a good time. Next time, Lexi, maybe you can show up.
I didn't. I planned on it, but
day got away from me. I know.
Day got away.
I've been there.
That's called. Well, my friend Stephanie says that same friend. Playa del Carmen has other plans for you. It will take you other places.
That's funny. Oh man, so that was a good week/weekend.
Yeah, I'm exhausted already.
Looking forward to this one. But let's get to some listener questions.
Ooh, fun.
All right.
First question is from Tara F. Have you wanted to watch a sport event and you couldn't? It's a good one.
Well, we do have we have a VPN here So we're able to watch like our American. We share was a YouTube TV with some family friends.
Yeah.
And so we are able to watch like American TV here with our VPN. So we can see most of the things.
And we get some pretty good games.
Yeah, on our YouTube TV. But as for going out, there's kind of only like four or five like sports bars. A lot of them are Canadian sports bars. So like it was great because Canada is big into baseball as well. Mm-hmm. Was it the Blue Jackets?
Blue Jackets.
So they're super into baseball. So when the Braves were in the World Series, was it 2 years ago?
Yeah,
we went there and watched them.
Yeah.
We went and watched the Super Bowl at the Canadian Sports Bar last year or the year before. No, year before.
Yeah.
The Super Bowl. We watched it at the French Canadian Sports Bar, and after we got there, we realized it was all in French.
Yeah, that was a bummer.
Yeah,
it was interesting though.
So most of the things we're able to watch if they're big.
Yeah.
Little things like college games.
We'll miss a college game or even an NFL game here or there.
Like if UCF is playing, they're not going to show it at any bar, but we can watch it at home. So that's nice.
Kind of learned where to ask for it. If they have it, cool. If they don't, then whatever.
Really, the only thing I can remember not being able to see was that Super Bowl that I was just talking about, the French Canadian bar. So at halftime, we were like, all right, fuck this. I can't understand any of the announcers. Let's just go home and watch it. Like, screw this shit. We go home to see the halftime show.
Yeah.
And as soon as we get there, we turn it on. We got the door open because it was really nice out that night. And it's like was it Pepsi at the time? I think it was the Pepsi halftime show is proudly presents and dead. All the power, the whole fucking neighborhood goes out, and it's just dark.
It was so dark. There was no moon, no nothing.
Yeah, and you hear the whole neighborhood go, ah!
Everybody's screaming in the building. Everyone has their windows open. Oh my God.
And then we're just sitting there with the candle, and we're waiting, and then all the power comes back on. And it was just ending the halftime.
It literally was the length of the halftime show.
Yeah, and that was the Dr. Dre, Eminem, 50 Cent one. Oh, man. So we missed the whole thing. We did not see that live. We had to watch it on YouTube later.
Yeah, we recorded it.
So that's probably the only thing we didn't really get to watch.
Yeah. But we hunt them down.
Mm-hmm.
Good question.
All right, next one.
Has there ever been a moment or bad experience where you think we need to move back to the U.S.? And that is from Cesar? Cesar. We'll say Cesar.
So I'm guessing he's like asking, was there like a scare?
Something we didn't feel safe or worried about?
Something like that. And honestly, I really can't think of anything like an incident that happened that made me think, oh, fuck, like, this is not right. We need to get out of here or anything like that. The only thing I will say is when we first moved here and it was just that learning curve of figuring everything out, of groceries and how to order things and just
it was very stressful.
Water and how to survive. And I remember a couple times we had like some breakdowns and I was more of the, hey, let's move to Mexico and trying to be like the strong person.
I broke down a couple of times.
Yeah. But then I was like, we fucked up. Like this wasn't right. We shouldn't have done this. It was a bad move. Mm-hmm. And it was just, we were just having a stressful day.
Yeah.
And
you took a long time. I broke first.
Yeah.
It took us a minute, but it wasn't like, I give up, I quit, let's move back. It was just, it's hard. Like it was hard learning
trying to
everything.
Get that lifestyle flow. At home or in Georgia, we had wake up, take the dogs out, go to work,
more
come
of a
back.
schedule, regimented
Yeah,
schedule.
It was very regimented. But when we first moved here, it was like, our anniversary times, or I mean, it wasn't the anniversary time, but it was, actually it was, wasn't it? Yeah. So it was kind of like vacation mode.
Yeah. We did vacation mode for a little bit, but also it was, hotter, dehydrated more than we're used to. There was like a lot of different things we had to put together and figure out together.
And also we moved from a 3-bedroom house to a 1-bedroom apartment, stayed there for 6 months, and then we moved into basically a hotel room for a month.
Or no, we did a 3 to a 2 and then to a 1 apartment.
Oh, right.
And now we're in a studio.
Yeah.
Not even a 1-bedroom.
But from there, from when we moved into Mexico, it was a hotel room.
Oh, true.
I mean, it was literally just 1 room and a bathroom.
2 beds.
Yeah.
That was nice.
Yeah, there's 2 beds in it, but it was literally a hotel room.
Mm-hmm.
So moving into that type of environment where we were kind of like living on top of each other, that took some time. And we still live in a studio now, a different place. But we've just learned how to coexist in a small location.
We've learned to adapt.
Yeah, so nothing super bad, but just I guess my own head kind of stressed me out at one point.
Yeah, we're just, just second guessing yourself.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, good question, man. All right. And the last one, Lex.
Last question. Let's see here. This is from Jordan B. I think Greece was your last big travel destination you both went on. Do you have any ideas or plans for your next trip outside of Mexico? It's a good question.
Yeah.
Of
So,
course. Well, Nate's always planning.
yeah. So
Next trip.
I'm actually going on a trip with my guy friends that
Yeah.
that I went to Egypt with, and
In
we've
July.
been planning that, and it happened to work out where my buddy's free time is actually over my birthday as well. So my 40th birthday is in July.
What?
What?
You're what?
Yeah. So
Big 40.
So we're currently planning that right now, but we're doing like kind of a Europe backpacking type of trip where we're going to be just taking the train across a bunch of countries in Europe. We're flying into Brussels. We're in the process right now of like kind of figuring out where we want to go and what's feasible and the time we have and everything. So we're looking at going maybe Paris, then.
You guys are also, let me say, the like master travel agents. Like all your guys' skills of planning and the logistics are phenomenal.
Oh yeah, it's like me and 2 or 3 engineers. So like we have Zoom meetings. I'm making maps for our schedule, and then my buddy Frank, he does like PowerPoints and like recaps of the meetings and everything. So we have all the information. We have like a Discord channel. We have
You guys
a
are
WhatsApp
very
group. Yeah, it's very it's very well organized.
And let me say also for anybody that asks, or any of the ladies that are like, oh, he's going on these trips by himself or this or that or his birthday. I'm totally fine. Go on your 40th birthday with your friends. Like, you deserve that. Go and like travel. The best part for me is just like when you went to Egypt and traveled around, you guys are going to figure everything out, know what to do. Then you can take me back just like you did with Egypt.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
we can go back to Europe and I'll know what to do and what I don't want to do.
Yeah.
So it's fine.
Yeah,
you
that'll
guys
be
go
good.
have fun and figure it all out.
We're starting in Belgium and then France, Luxembourg, Frankfurt, Zurich, Milan, Venice, Slovenia, Croatia, Budapest, Vienna, Prague, and Amsterdam.
Wow.
And so that is what our list is right now, but we have to narrow down some cities because
course.
if we want to spend some time in any of them, we can't. I don't want to spend one day in each city like it's a cruise or something.
Yeah,
So,
you'll just be exhausted and then you won't get the feel of it.
yeah, so we'll probably cut those in half. Those are just kind of, we all came together and threw out cities that we were interested in visiting, and now we're like narrowing them down.
I love it.
Yeah, so that's what we're doing in July. In August, we have a trip, you and me, and we are going to fly to Pittsburgh
Yeah.
from Cancun.
This is the family trip.
Yeah, so we're going to go and see both of your yayas.
Go see both of my yayas. They're both in Pittsburgh. My yaya Manius and then my yaya Thomas. They're Greek. They're both Greek. So yaya is Greek for grandmother, in case anybody doesn't
in case
know.
you don't know.
Like, what do you say? You're supposed to say like, yeah.
Yeah.
I say like, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, and papu.
Yeah.
We're going to go see them and, my family up in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, aunts,
and-
uncles, cousins.
Yeah, go see all them. And then my brother Alex is actually supposed to meet us from Columbus, from Ohio. Gonna drive over to Pittsburgh. It's only like 2.5, 3 hours.
Mhm.
Come meet us, hang out. Then he's nicely agreed to drive us back to Ohio. We're gonna hang out there for a day, stay with him. And then we're going to rent a car and drive to Iowa to see your family and, in the trip.
Back up real quick. When we go to Columbus, that's where that beer hotel is.
I was going to say,
And we stayed there, I think the first weekend it was open, right?
Right.
First weekend or week it was open.
Phenomenal. Brewdog.
The Brewdog Brewery, where you can
Phenomenal
stay
hotel.
inside of the brewery and you have like a beer fridge, you got beers on tap, the beer brunch, beer.
It is catered to
Me.
us.
Yeah,
well,
us.
Our kind of couple, you have dogs.
Pet friendly.
Very pet friendly. You don't have kids. It's just, the beer connoisseurs, and bring your dogs along. It's awesome. They have a puppy park and like a pool now and all sorts of stuff.
We'll probably just stay a night there because we're just staying overnight. And like you said, renting the car, driving to Iowa, doing the state fair, seeing my fam.
Yeah. See your grandma Audrey.
See my grandma.
Gotta
Yeah.
see all the grandmas.
So we're doing the Hanson Manius World Tour.
Yes.
So we're doing that in August. And then I think the only thing we have the rest of the year is our anniversary. And we haven't really planned that out yet, but we'll probably go somewhere in Mexico. We went to Greece last year. We just did that special because it was our 5-year and we'd always talked about going there. And usually, we would come to Playa del Carmen in Mexico. this year, I think we were talking about going to maybe Oaxaca or Chiapas.
There's so many,
one of those
places
states
in Mexico that we want to go see still. So let's cross those off the list.
So it's not going to be as crazy as Greece, but we still want to go somewhere in Mexico and
it's gonna
experience something we haven't before.
It's going to be gorgeous. I can't wait to go.
I do want to go to Guatemala, though, and go see the volcanoes and ruins and stuff.
Put it on the list.
Yeah. I mean, hell, if it's cheaper. I just got a text notification. Viva Aerobus is flying to Quito, Ecuador for $55.
Oh, get out.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just saying.
There's a lot of places we still have to go see.
Yeah.
So,
but so those are our trips for this year.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah.
We always have a trip planned,
I always say that, even if it's, when we lived in Georgia, even if it's planning a trip to Nashville or
small trips,
Charlotte or something,
trips.
just like a weekend brew trip, I always have to have something to look forward to, at least me personally. So having like a little weekend getaway, even if it's just a little road trip, is always the best mentally in my mind to keep you going.
It always gave us that drive to like, okay, I have to go to the gym today because we're going to do this weekend. I'm going to drink all the beer and eat all the tacos and do all the things, or like we should do this today, or we should eat better because we're going to do all the things on the weekend. So definitely kept us going and, fun things to look forward to.
Yeah. So we're excited for this year. All right. Well, those are all great questions. If you got any more, go to podcastthebs.com and there's a form on there you can fill out and send us some questions.
Please.
Or you can also just go to the 2%ers Facebook group and there's a post on there with our Mexico Moment logo on it, and you can just leave it in there and I'll just grab them and we'll answer them as, the episodes roll out.
Yeah, we love them. Good questions.
Yeah, thank you. All right, Lexi, ready for the Mexican slang of the day?
I'm always ready.
The Mexican slang of the day is brought to you by Inspect All Pest Services. Inspect All Pest Services provides high-quality termite, pest, and wildlife control. But that's not all they do. Inspect All can take care of your insulation, pressure washing, gutter maintenance, and other home services in Metro Atlanta and the surrounding area. Also, don't forget to mention the BS and get 10% off. You can reach Inspect All at 770-483-2420. That's 770-483-2420. All right, Lex, you are ready. Are you ready for the word?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
All right, today's word of the day is pinchy.
Oh, that's cute. Not pinky.
No, pinchy.
Pinchy.
P-I-N-C-H-E.
I have heard this before, actually.
Or pinchy.
Oh, pinchy.
How's that? Pinchy or pinchy?
Pinchy.
I don't know.
Pinchy.
But yeah, you know this word?
No, well, I've heard it. Yeah, I do know it.
Yeah.
It's not a pinch, like a pinch.
No,
pinch your skin or something.
So typically this word is used as like an adjective to label something like ugly or terrible or like bad quality.
Yeah, I know it.
But it can also be used as a curse word to enhance like an insult. So it's
that's
same
why
thing.
I know it.
So it's like saying like fucking in English.
Wow.
You could say, "Eres un pinche idiota, Alexis." So I'm gonna say, "You're a fucking idiot, Alexis."
How dare you, pinchy Nate?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I like it.
I have heard some of our local girlfriends say that before. It sounds super cute, but they look so mean and like, they scrunch up their face and it's like, pinchy Winjet or something like that.
Yeah. Well, our buddy that works at the beer club. El Pinchy Jinx.
Pinchy Jinx.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So that's always what it reminds me of.
That's fun.
But yeah, that's a fun little word to notice, and you can just use it to like expand it. Like, this is fucking awesome. Fucking this or fucking that.
So it can be good or bad.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and not even like good or bad, but like how you would say fucking like this fucking microphone, blah blah blah. Like, it's an adjective.
Or you could be like, oh, this fucking ice cream, yeah.
Fucking delicious. All right. Well, I hope all you in the States have a happy Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah.
And
Feliz Cinco de Mayo.
Feliz Cinco de Mayo, and happy Friday, fuckers.
Happy Friday, fuckies.
Get off my lawn! It's old man Kevin, and the BS is done for right now.
Please share, like, and support podcastthebs.com.
Now, get out of here.